Peggy, what do we have here?
The WNBA is starting to get their just due. The CBA and the WNBA have made agreements to grow financially. And here's all the ins and outs.
It is a beautiful day for basketball fans everywhere because we have a CBA agreement. But what does that entail? I got you. First things first, we have a new salary cap, and that is $7 million. Y'all, last year it was 1.5. That basically means if there's 11 players on the roster, then the team can't spend more than $7 million paying all of them. The Supermax salary is now 7 figures, specifically $1.4 million, and that is a huge jump. Because last season it was a little less than $250,000. And a Supermax contract is a deal reserved for elite veterans. The point is to motivate those players to stay at their current teams. If they stay with the franchise, then they get paid more than the normal max salary, but if they leave, they don't. Next, the player salaries are directly tied to revenue growth. So when the league makes more cha-ching, the players' salaries go up. The average salary is gonna be $600,000 with the minimum being $300,000. And last year, rookies were making like $66,000. This CBA is transformative. It sets the tone for the future. The players are getting paid and we get a season this summer.
Let's give a round of applause to our beautiful women.
Yes.
On this beautiful Women History Month, or celebrating women alike. But I got a pressure cooker for you, Peggy.
Talk to me then.
I'm concerned.
You concerned?
Yes. Because that's one end. We got the hard stuff out the way. Mm-hmm. But my issue with the WNBA is this. Are you gonna muzzle competition? We need competition. We want competition. We need and desire and yearn for competition. Competition is rivalries. We need rivalries. We want rivalries. Rivalries impact revenue. Mm-hmm. What's a rivalry that the media has made? Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. If anybody don't think that that's good for business, you a fool.
And that is facts, because this is the first year that the WNBA has turned profit, which opened up this deal with the CBA.
So understand this, Peggy. I'll ask you this, which is another applaudable offense, right? How long did it take the NBA to be profitable?
So the NBA was founded in 1949. They didn't turn profitable until 1980 when it was the rivalry of Bird and Magic.
Talk to me.
So the same thing as the NBA went through years of not being profitable, the WNBA went through years of not being profitable because it wasn't a distinct rivalry to make the ratings go through the roof.
See, this is my thing with the W. Listen, I love the sisters getting their money.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm all board for it. But from a fan, looking from the outside in and giving my honest opinion, there's still certain questions that I have for the W. Number one, do not muzzle competition.
Yeah.
Like, they're fierce competitors that are women in this world that we love and appreciate and we desire as common fans. Don't go away from that. Yeah. Another thing that I question sometimes is the accessibility, right? It's like, how do I go buy a Caitlin Clark jersey? How do I go buy an Angel Reese jersey? How do I go buy an Asia Wilson jersey? How do I go buy and support women who I am fan of?
Yeah.
It's just not as easy as going to get a LeBron James jersey, as easy as going to get a Steph Curry, to go to get a Patrick Mahomes jersey. Like, it's so easy to do these type of things where I shouldn't have to always just go to
online.
I'm not an online shopper.
And that's probably obviously because of the duration, but still, yes, we need to push more avenues to be able to purchase
accessibility for merch.
Yeah.
Like, I want to rock with the Atlanta Dream.
Yeah.
I want to rock with, so many different other, franchises that support women's sports or have women's sports markets, but it's just hard to get it.
Yeah, it's not as accessible, yeah.
When you think about, and it's maybe, visibility for while they have negotiated certain deals with TV deals, but it's hard to watch a real WNBA game if it's not a premier game.
Yeah.
And the NBA does it too, but it's like, You got Peacock. You got Netflix. You got Fox. You got ESPN. You got ABC. Like these major,
and they are on some of those platforms, but I get what you're saying. They are spread it. Other leagues are spread out across so many other platforms, and I do understand that.
And I'll put it like this, bro. And it's not to throw shade. I'm not buying no baseball league pass. I'm just not. That's just me.
That's just what you're not interested in.
That's just my personal opinion. But if I see baseball on Fox, and Joe Buck is giving a play-by-play, I'm gonna watch that. I just recently saw the USA versus the Dominican Republic, and I was sitting up here intrigued, eating my dinner. I was like, yo, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I need more of this. Huh? Because some brothers was out there balling.
Yeah.
Dominican, I seen them over there. I don't know what they was talking about, but they was
balling on.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
But the major thing for me, and I already mentioned, is rivalries. When you talk about the NFL, there was not a greater rivalry than a Brady Peyton, a Brady Mahomes. When we see football nowadays, it's must-see television. When you hear Patrick Mahomes playing Lamar Jackson, shit.
Yeah.
When we would hear who going to the NBA Finals, LeBron and the Warriors,
yeah. That's real.
Magic Bird, I wasn't even around or watching basketball to know about the impact of the Pistons, the Bad Boys, and Jordan.
Then when they got, who they get? Golly, my mind just went blank. Man, that boy. Dennis Rodman, when he left from the Pistons to come to the Bulls.
Must see.
That's
TV.
when it was like,
man, when we was watching baseball, dare I say the steroid era, but Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. How many notifications do you really ignore each and every day? A lot, right? But if that alert is from your security camera, so you definitely can't ignore that.
Especially if you're at work, at the movies, or even on a flight. By the time you check it, it's too late.
And that is the reason why I rock with SimpliSafe. It's a fully customizable home security system with 24/7 monitoring agents ready to react when you can. Man, listen, I use this, and you should too.
And their Active Guard outdoor protection, it helps stop break-ins before they even happen. And that's different right there.
No long-term contracts, anti-theft guarantee, over 4 million people protected, 20 years in the game.
And they were just named the best home security system in 2026 by U.S. News and World Report. Plus, best customer service and home security.
Right now, get 50% off your new system at simplysafe.com/fourth. That's simplysafe.com/fourth. FOURTH. Peggy, say it with me. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. So now, my challenge to the WNBA is you got one in Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
We got to create more. And the same thing with Magic and Bird. It started in college. NCAA, we got to push
Michigan
that.
State and Indiana.
Yep.
Michigan State and Indiana State. Well, they won at that time having the real kind of foresight or the pushing, but you knew that they was battling.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. We have to create that going into the league. And the league has to set those games up. They have to push that narrative of this is the rivalry.
Like, bro.
Because it's like with anything else. Look at your jacket. Tyson versus Holyfield.
They were fighting.
Part 2. Number 1 wasn't even enough. We need part 2. That's the same thing, bro. You gotta do this with every league.
And this is what the propaganda of women's sports has always been. It's been some type of narrative of Beauty and the Beast, right? And it's cool, I get it, but heavy on the Beast because it's some chicks and sisters out there, bro, that can flat out ball.
And they don't want that title of...
It shouldn't be sexualized with showing bras or showing pants. Like, man, I get it. I understand that. But, man, when I see Caitlin play, like, the sister can play.
Yeah.
She can ball. When I see Angel, Asia, when I see them out there, man, I'm like, yo, I'm glued to the tube, man. We need more storylines with that because we don't really know. I see the initiative that Netflix has went about, and now I also see, what they're doing with telling stories with sports like Formula One. Mm-hmm. They do the baseball. They did it with receiver. They did it with quarterback.
The WNBA need that story told.
They need storylines. Yeah. But for us to know storylines, we just have to have the backing of, is it going to be a real storyline or a fabricated storyline? Because just expecting people to say, hey, we want to support women's sports. Yeah, that's cool and all. And I'm pretty sure I talked to a handful of women that played in the W. That's like, bro, we don't want no handouts, but we just need help with magnifying personal brands.
We need a hand up.
Do that. Yeah. Do that.
And I think too, the women that play in the W or just women playing sports in general are true competitors. That's not a gender thing. Yes. And I think one thing I do think the media people do is like, that's not ladylike. And I hate that. It's like, bro, when I step on this court, this field or wherever I'm at, man or woman, I'm a competitor. It's not about my gender. It's about me as a competitor. And I do think a lot of women, or people in general, but a lot of women are competitors. And I want to see more of that. You know what I'm saying? We already see it, but we want to encourage that even more.
Right. And to piggyback off that, my last thing is, let's stop capping what women are able to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's
facts.
just like, bro, like open the floodgates. Like, like they have stories to tell. They got journeys that is interesting. When you have conversations with the Falages of the world, when you have conversations with the Brittany Grinders of the world, like those are like, like it's inspiring. It don't matter what gender you are. Don't matter where you from, what ethnicity, what race you are. It's like, like that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But now it's like open up and allow them to be so we can know more about it, so we can have more emotional tie to the situation.
That's it.
That's it. Is that it, Peggy?
That's it, boo.
Is that it, Peggy?
That's it, boo.
We're gonna add a finger, dude. Gonna add a finger.
Okay.
Gonna get your finger.
Oh,
gonna get your finger. Why you? Don't forget your finger. Can't forget your finger.
Okay.
Add your pinky. Go get your pinky.
All right.
Forget the thumb. Hey, what about the thumb? All right. Okay, we love the thumb.
Huh?
Okay, the thumb. All together, one love. You dig?
And it's a wrap. Huh.